back into this new normal bullshit, okay? I mean, my friend was here from Texas over the weekend. I was glad to see him.
In 3/4 of a mile, turn right to I-95 North, Peabody, Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Like, okay, this is a great example, right? He goes, come and see me. I'm like, but I have to drive into Boston? Like, there's a reason I moved further out towards Worcester. I want to be out of fucking Boston. And that's the thing, too. It's like, everyone always complains. It's like, I want to see you, I want to see you. But when I'm like, oh, come over to my place, and they're like, oh, I have to drive an hour? I'm like, yeah, come to see me, you fuck. You're the one who asked me to hang out. I don't want to fucking see you. I'm fine just Snapchatting and texting you. When I want to see you, I'll reach out and say, hey, I want to see you. Like, this weekend, the friends I hung out with and came out and see, they came to my place. I'm like, see, that's real. But those are also people I will go out to see. Because they value my time, they value me, and I value their time. These other fucks, it's just like, yeah, you don't care. Don't tell me
In 1,000 feet, turn right.
you care. Don't. It's just a pain in the ass. And I understand too, it's like, all right, Tyrone, not everyone wants to build a company.
Turn right to I-95 North, Peabody, Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Everyone, as a narcissist like you, who thinks, they're going to be a millionaire and run a business and blah, 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 and people want to hear their voice. I get it. But you don't have to just contribute to society by starting a company, by making a podcast, by making a show, by making a YouTube channel. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you don't know yourself enough to be alone. If you can't be alone with yourself, honestly, for hours and hours, then that tells me that there's something inside that you don't like about yourself.
Continue straight for 5 minutes to exit 39BA, I-90, Mass Pike, State Route 30, old exits 23, 24, 25.
That's it. That's it. You're not comfortable being in your own head and your own thoughts, and get out. Man, I should really be sponsored by BetterHelp. Imagine right now if I had a fucking ad like, go to BetterHelp.com. Like, oh, I gotta get on that podcast money. Holy shit, I didn't even mention.
Police reported ahead.
You guys see that the Call Her Daddy girl, what's her name, Alex? I don't know her last name, Alex. I think she got $6 million over 3 years. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, ladies, you gotta get on here and start talking about your clits and stuff. Like, I mean, this chick is making $6 million for 3 years. And she just, on her podcast, I mean, she gives great advice. It's fun, it's entertaining. I'm not saying it's easy. But why not you? Why not you? Sunday was Father's Day. Shout out to Father's Day. Oh, and today is my parents' 30th anniversary. Shout out to them. It's crazy. Can you imagine being someone for 30 years after, married? And, wow. So I got married in 91. They had me in 94, 3 years after. It's like, that's the way you do it. My parents, I have no problem bragging. My parents did it a lot better than a lot of your parents. My dad, black man in America, surrounded by all my crazy fucking uncles who've been to prison and slung dope and shot up and all this shit. He didn't do any of that stuff. He smoked weed, but whatever. Weed's cool. My mom fucking, went to grad school and, supported us. My dad would drive, pick her up, bring her to class, pick us up from school, go work overtime. It's like that type of hustle mindset. Like that's why I am the way I am today. It's because they were fucking beast. Like they're fucking beast. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so Sunday was Father's Day. Clearly the more inferior holiday to Mother's Day because, whose mother will remind you that they birthed them and that's the most important fucking thing in the world. And it's true. It's true. That's why, when it's Father's Day and Mother's Day, you just suck it up, take the drive, take the L. Your fucking weekend is shot to hell, but you go and see them. But yeah, so it was Father's Day, so, we gotta do the whole travel to Peabody thing, travel an hour there, travel an hour to Boston, travel an hour back home, and it's just like, oh, why can't we meet at a neutral site? If I start making money, I'm gonna be like, listen, I'm gonna be like those billionaire fucks. These are my terms and conditions. These are my terms and conditions. I'll pay for the whole thing, but oh God, please stop taking my time away from me. But as your parents, you have to do it. You have to. It's just the lay of the land, and I'm happy to. You never know, too, when the last time you'll see him, so you just, like I said, you just suck it up, man. I've had friends who lost parents, and some friends who don't have both parents in their lives, so.
In 1 mile, use the right lane to take exit 39BA, I-90, Mass Pike, State Route 30, old exits 23, 24, 25.
To have that shit, you just gotta appreciate it and, hold that to your chest. I have my parents' birthdays tattooed on my arms, and it's just because, like I said earlier, they're fucking beasts. They are my inspiration. They both showed me how to have a proper, loving relationship when they weren't, yelling, or my mom yelling. but at the end of the day, you still kind of know how to navigate and things like that, or I do because of them. But yeah, it does suck that you have to make those drives, and it's like, wouldn't it be? This is the thing I don't get about families. They get real fucking weird about this stuff. It's like, if I'm willing.
Exit right to exit 39BA, I-90, Mass Pike, State Route 30, old exits 23, 24, 25.
Set up a dinner where like both sides come together. It's like, all right, this is Carly's parents, this is my parents. And I didn't suggest this. I'm not saying that they wouldn't do it. They probably would, to be honest, which is why I'm saying it. But it'd be so much easier. We can go to a neutral place, have dinner, be together. Day's done. We all go out. We exchange the gifts.
Use either lane to keep right to exit 39B, I-90, Mass Pike, Boston, Albany, New York, old exit 25.
That shit. I feel like that's a more beautiful moment because then you're like sharing, but it is quote unquote their day. Let me tell you, when I have kids, that's the fuck we're in. But some parents, man, some people's parents, it sucks. They literally will like pay for your shit, and it's just to have power over you. Like if you're doing it out of the goodness of your heart, but then later you bring it up, no, you didn't. But honestly, I get how you feel. No one really thinks about how the only thing they care about right now is me. That's all I care about right now. Is I need me time because there's not a lot of it, and I think there's a lot of people out there who feel the same way. Where they're like, I just need some me time. I need to be alone. But they're just so afraid to be stuck in their thoughts. But alright, anyways, let's stay positive. Let's try to get positive here. What else I got on this thing? Oh, they made Juneteenth a holiday. That's good. God, I'm not going to be positive about this. Fuck. White people don't understand the importance of this because, the 4th doesn't mean shit to us. Like, of course I had to work on this day because God forbid those banker fucks actually go home and be with their families.
Continue straight for 9 minutes to exit 111, State Route 9, Framingham, Southborough, old exit 12.
I'm hoping, even though it's just, an identity politics gesture, that we actually making some progress. It starts to make progress toward equality and all that stuff. I mean, it would be nice for once, though, if white people could celebrate a black holiday and not act like a fucking weirdo about it. We celebrate all these white holidays and don't bat an eye. It's like, oh, okay, Christopher Columbus Day sale, cool, let's go buy shit, capitalism. 4th of July, hey, Family Day. But when it's like MLK Day, Juneteenth, Black History Month, white people act like it's just such fucking weirdos about it. Like they can't celebrate it or enjoy it. If I had $1 for every white person who said Happy Juneteenth to another white person, I'd be shit out of luck at a dollar store, honestly. And then yet again, we say Happy 4th of July for many years. Enjoy your Columbus long weekend. Happy Thanksgiving, even though it's Genocide Day. So next Juneteenth or MLK Day, think about that shit. It's like, get your parents to say Happy Juneteenth to one another. Stop being fucking weird. It's a day, honestly, where you get the stench off of your disgusting white American history. It should be a day celebrated where it's like, damn, I'm glad that shit's behind us, sort of. MLK Day, like, man, isn't it crazy that we used to live in a time where we were in segregation? Indigenous Peoples Day, we go, that was really fucked up when you think about it. The Pilgrims, that shit wasn't cool. So just think about that, honestly. Like, I mean, I'm not really trying to shit on white people, but it's just, I think about that. I'm like, why is it that whenever we have something, you guys can't be happy for us? Like these fucking nutjob Republicans, there were some of them who were voting no to make it a federal holiday. I'm like, you're such a racist. that you don't even want to have the fucking day off. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I don't care if it was fucking, cotton picking fucking day. If it was a federal holiday, I'm taking the goddamn day. Like, these people are just so hateful, man. So hateful and disgusting. Oh, boy. But, Larry, let me end with a little funny story. So, I guess kind of funny, I don't know. But so I was, today, I needed gas. It felt like I was on the Truman Show or something. It was so weird. So, I go in to the gas station, and I'm like, shoot, all right, I need gas, I need wiper fluid. So I go in, I get some wiper fluid. This guy staring at me. I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. What's going on? It's like, I felt like I was on a reality TV show and he's looking at me or something. Like, oh my god, that's the guy. That's the guy. It was very strange. I'm like, all right, whatever. And he was this redneck-looking dude, skinny, got the mustache, tank top, and it was a rainy day too. And he's looking at me, and he just jets straight to the back where the coolers are. You can open up those cooler doors, and he's like yelling at the guy in the front. He's like, "It's $1.50. It's $1.50. Why does this thing say $1.50 if it ain't $1.50?" And the guy in the front's like, "Sir, there's taxes. There's taxes." And so I get my little wiper fluid. I go up there. I'm like, all right, let me get my shit. I can just pay for this guy. It's a fucking $1.50. Jeez. He wasn't homeless, just in case you're wondering. Like, I saw him go out with his disgusting Honey Boo Boo looking wife. And so I'm just like, hey man, it's only $1.50. I can pay for it. And he's like, I don't need your money. He's just like, I don't need your money, you fucking lib. I'm like, so then I respond. I'm like, all right, well then hurry up. Again, these guys are so hateful. I'm like, I'm gonna pay for your fucking drink, and you're acting like a prick. Just that's how hateful people are in this country. It's really, really, really fucking weird. It's very bizarre. I'm like, dude, if you're so fucking thirsty and you have $1.50, why don't you stand outside, look up at the sky, and open up your goddamn mouth? It's raining. It's just unbelievable. And then I'm just like, and obviously, the cashier's Middle Eastern or Indian or something like that. And he just had this look where he goes, this place is a fucking joke. And he just storms off, and I'm like, I shouldn't apologize for this fucking douchebag, but sorry you had to deal with that. People suck. And then I paid for my stuff. I went over. I paid for my stuff, and I'm going to put the gas in. And usually when I put my gas in, I have enough time where I can put the gas thing in, let it be automatic, and then by the time I go put the fluid in the front, it'll be done. But for some reason, this thing starts like bing, 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 bing. I'm like, oh, let me go check that. So I go and check. There's nothing wrong, but it's just blinking, and I'm like, huh, weird. Again, Truman Show. I'm like, what is that about? So I'm like, whatever, I'll just finish it off manually. So I put like $20 or whatever, put the thing back on, and I go to the front of my car, open up the hood, and put in the wiper fluid in, and all of a sudden I hear boom! And literally right outside of the gas station, these two cars crash. And I'm like, the universe is trying to distract me from something right now. I don't know what it is. There's something going on. And it's just the universe was just, at that time, it was funky, man. I don't know, it was funky. But do you guys ever, does that ever happen to you where you did, I'm a crazy person, I know. But I'm just wondering, does that happen to you guys where you just feel like all of these strange events are happening? Like, that story was longer than 2.5 minutes, but that was about the amount of time that entire thing, that span, and that was just like, it was like boom, 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 boom. And then the weird shit is, it just started pouring down raining. And I was like, it felt like I was on a movie set, honestly. I'm like, not kidding you, it was the weirdest thing. And then I called Carly, and we're talking and stuff. And somehow, some way, she passed me on the highway, even though I was about like 15, 20 minutes ahead of her. And she's like, oh, I'm passing the old apartment, which is literally a 3-minute drive. She's like, there's no rain over here. It's fucking bizarre. It's weird. It's one of those just weird moments where you're like, yeah, I think the timeline's off or something. All right, but that's going to be the podcast. Sorry it didn't end up too positive. Make sure, if you didn't already, you go subscribe to us on YouTube. Just type in The Circle Club. If you're going to tell your father Happy Father's Day, give him a text. Come on. Come on. But see you every Tuesday and Thursday, 7:30. We have a show. Oh, I'm about to go into tea time right now, actually. I'm about to be late. I got 30 minutes. That's going to be a very fun show. If you didn't catch it, we're going to have some videos on YouTube. Those YouTube videos are doing really well. I'm pretty excited about that. But, all right. That's the podcast. I hope you guys have a great week. I love you, you unsupported fucks. Have a lovely week. Go fuck yourselves. Talk to you soon.
Shorty for a baby. Did it hurt when you feel from having one I can't fight it. Last time I seen a shorty like you, my crib had cable. I don't remember the last time that my crib had cable. Take my hand, I'll say, hey, shorty for a baby. Did it hurt when you feel from having one I can't fight it. Last time I seen a shorty like you, my crib had cable. I don't remember the last time that my crib had cable.
Where are you? Where are you really?
Right.
You aren't anywhere.
Well, where's
You're in the computer.
what defines where you are? Is
Exactly.
It, right.
It's your perception.
Is it your perception?
In 1 mile, use the right lane to take exit 111, State Route 9, Framingham, Southborough, Old Exit 12.
You know, a scale that we have under your butt. You're right here. I've measured you. You're the same weight as you were when you left. Meanwhile, your experience.
Why do you think you're where you are right now? You might not be.
I'll spark up a joint if you keep talking. The manager's gonna come in here. We might have to lock the door.
Right now, you think you're in a studio in LA.
That's what I heard.
You might be in a computer.
Oh, listen, man. I think about this all the time. Yeah, I mean, it's unquestionable that one day that'll be the case. As long as we keep going. As long as nothing interrupts us, and if we start from scratch, and we're single-celled organisms all over again, and then millions and millions.
Exit right to exit 111, State Route 9, Framingham, Southborough, Old Exit 12.
Years later, we become the next thing that is us, with creativity and the ability to change its environment. It's going to keep monkeying with things until it figures out a way to change reality. To almost like punch a hole through.
Police reported ahead.
What is this thing into what it wants it to be, and create new things. And then those new things will intersect with other people's new things, and then it'll be this ultimate pathway of infinite.
In 1,000 feet, use the left lane to keep left. Keep left to State Route 9 West, Southborough, Worcester.
Ideas and expression, all through technology.
Yeah.
And then we're going to wonder, like, why are we here? What are we doing?
Let's find out.
Well,
I mean, I think we should take the set of actions that are most likely to make the future better.
yes, right,
Yeah.
right.
And then reevaluate those actions to make sure that it's true.
Well, I think there's a movement to that. I mean, in terms of like a social movement, I think some of it's misguided and some of it's exaggerated, and there's a lot of people that are fighting for their side out there. But it seems like the general trend of like social awareness seems to be much more heightened now than has ever been at any other time in history, because of our ability.
Continue straight for 10 minutes to State Route 135 East, Westboro.
To express ourselves instantaneously to each other through Facebook or Twitter or what have you. And that the trend is to abandon preconceived notions, abandon prejudice, abandon discrimination, and promote kindness and happiness as much as possible. Look at this knife. Somebody gave it to me. Sorry.
Yeah, what is this?
What the fuck did you do? My friend Donnie. I brought this with him and it just stayed here. I have a real samurai sword if you want to play with that. I know you're into weapons. That's from the 1500s. Samurai sword at the end of the table? Yeah.
That's cool.
I'll grab it. Hold on.
Feel the heat this NBA playoff season and become a part of the action with Go to Pools into which teams and dollars
could benefit from talking.
Yeah, that's a legit samurai sword from an actual samurai from the 1500s. If you pull out that blade was made the old way, where a master craftsman folded that metal and hammered it down over and over again over a long period of time and honed that blade into what it is now. What's crazy is that more than 500 years later, that thing is still pristine. I mean, whoever took care of that and passed it down to the next person who took care of it, and until it got to the podcast room, it's pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah.
One day, someone's going to be looking at a Tesla like that. Yeah. These fucking back doors, they pop up sideways. Like a Lamborghini.
You should see what the Tesla can do. You didn't. You should. I'll show you afterwards.
Well, I've driven one. I love them.
Yeah, but most people don't know what it can do.
In terms of like ludicrous mode? In terms of like driving super fast and irresponsibly on public roads? Is that what you're saying?
Well, any car can do that.
Yeah. What can it do that I need to know about?
I mean, the Model X can do this like ballet thing to the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. It's pretty cool.
Where it dances?
Yes.
Legitimately? Like moves around?
Yes.
Why would you program that into a car?
Seemed like fun.
That's what I get about you. That's what's weird. Like when you showed up here, you were all smiles, and you pull out a fucking blowtorch and not a blowtorch. But I'm like, look at this dude.
Not a flamethrower.
Not a flamethrower. I'm like,
I
he's
want to
having
be clear,
fun.
it's definitely not a
But
flamethrower.
you're having fun. Like this is like this thing when you program a car to do a ballet dance. You're having
great.
fun. But how do you have the time to do that? I don't understand. While you're digging holes under the earth and sending rockets into space and powering people in Australia, like how the fuck do you have time to make the car dance ballet?
Well, I mean, in that case, there were some engineers at Tesla that said, what if we make this car dance and play music? I was like, that sounds great. Please do it. Let's try to get it done in time for Christmas. We did.
Is there a concern about someone just losing their mind and making it do that in the highway?
No, it won't do that.
What if it's in bumper-to-bumper traffic?
Nope.
No, won't do it.
Nope. Actually, it's an Easter egg.
Oh, it's an Easter egg.
Yeah, that's why people don't know about it. Including people who have the car.
Well-
It can do lots of things. Lots of things.
Once Reddit gets a hold of it, everyone's
Oh,
gonna
you
know
just
that.
have to, it's everyone, if you search for it on the internet, you will
can
find
find
out, but people don't know that they should even search for it.
Oh, well, they do now.
Yes.
Yes.
There's so many things about the
But
Model X and the Model S and the Model 3 that people don't know about. We should probably do a video or something and explain it. Because I have close friends of mine, and I say, do you know the car can do this? And they're like, nope.
Do you want to do a video of that, or do you like the fact that some people don't know?
No, I think it's probably not, we should tell people.
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
That would help your product. I mean, it's not like you don't sell enough of them. You sell almost too many of them, right?
I think a Tesla is the most fun thing you could possibly buy ever. That's what it's meant to be.
Well,
Our goal is to make it's not exactly a car. It's actually a thing to maximize enjoyment. Make it maximum fun.
okay. Electronic, like big screen, laptop, ridiculous speed, handling, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have
And
a...
we're gonna put video games in it.
You are?
Yeah.
Is that wise?
Well,
What kind of
you
video
won't
games?
be able to
Candy
drive
Crush?
while you're playing the video game. But we're like,
Oh,
for example,
like
we're just putting the Atari emulator, ROM emulator in it.
Mm.
So you'll be able to play Missile Command and Lunar Lander and a bunch of other things. Yeah,
That sounds cool.
it's pretty fun.
I like that.
Yeah, and we improved the interface of Missile Command because it was too hard with the old trackball. So this is a touchscreen version of Missile Command. So you have a chance.
Do you have an old car, don't you? Don't you have like an old Jaguar?
Yeah, how'd you know
Yeah.
that? That's must be that. 61 Series 1 E-Type Jaguar.
I love cars.
It's great.
Yeah, I love old cars. That's
The,
one of the things.
the only two gasoline cars I have are that and an old like a Ford Model T that a friend of mine gave me. That's my only two gasoline cars.
Is the Ford Model T all stock? Well, oh, there's your car.
I have the convertible.
That is a
Soft
gorgeous
top.
car. God, that's a good looking car.
Yes.
Is that yours?
That is. It's
Is
not
that-
mine. It's extremely
Single?
close to mine. But
That
I don't
is-
have a front license plate on mine.
Oh, that's a beautiful car. They nailed that.
That's
That
mine looks like
E-Type,
that.
God, they nailed that.
That's what mine looks like. Maybe that is mine.
There's certain iconic shapes,
Yes.
and there's something about those cars too. They're not as capable, not nearly as capable as like a Tesla, but there's something really satisfying about the mechanical aspect of like feeling the steering and the
Yeah.
grinding of the gears and the shifting. There's something about those that's extremely satisfying, even though they're not that competent. Like I have a 1993 Porsche 964. It's like a lightweight. It's an RS America. It's not very fast. It's not like in comparison to a Tesla or anything like that. But the thing about it is like, it's mechanical. You feel it. Everything's like, it's
Sure.
like it gives you this weird thrill, like you're on this.
Police reported ahead. Police reported ahead.
Last night I got loaded on a bottle of whiskey.
In 1 mile, turn right to State Route 135 East, Westboro. Then turn right.
Clinky ride, and there's all this feedback. There's something to that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, my E-Type is like basically no electronics.
Yeah.
It's
So
just,
you like that, but you also like electronics.
yes,
Like your Tesla's it's like the far end of
Yeah.
electronics.
yes.
Drives itself.
It's driving itself better every day.
Yeah.
It's we're about to release the software that will enable you to just turn it on and it'll drive from highway on-ramp to highway exit, do lane changes, to overtake other cars, to
Jesus.
go from one interchange to the next. If you get on, say, the 405, get off 300 miles later and go through several highway interchanges and just overtake other cars and hook into the nav system. And then,
And you're just meditating. Home.
Turn right to State Route 135 East, Westboro. Then turn right on Milk Street. Turn right on Milk Street. In 900 feet, turn right. Turn right, then turn left. Turn left, then turn left. Turn left. You've arrived. Destination is on your right.